Hi, this is Anthony with ethhack.com. Today we're going to be doing a review on Iolo.com's System Mechanic software program. And what it's designed to do is to fix and speed up your PC. And specifically what it will do is it will speed up your processor and configure your processor to make sure it's running as efficiently as possible. And it'll also configure your system based on how you browse the internet so that it runs as efficiently as possible as well. It'll also repair any issues that you're having with the system that's causing it to slow down, and also it'll clean out clutter, reducing files that are not needed on the hard drive, again to speed up your system. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to run a test from a website, userbenchmark.com. And in running the test, we're going to see the results, then we're going to run System Mechanic, and then we're going to retest the system so that we can compare the results so that you can see how well System Mechanic will work to speed up your system and let it run as smoothly as possible. So we'll be back in just a few minutes here and we'll run the test. Also, you'll notice as we are running the test that when the results come up, we're using a very old computer system. We're using a Windows 7 and we're using a computer from about 2009, so it's quite a bit old. And we're just going to take a look to see how well the system will run after the System Mechanic will do its diagnostic test and then also repair any issues it finds. So we'll be back in just a few minutes here. We'll show the results and then we'll move on to the next stage of running System Mechanic. Okay, so the test is completed. We've saved the results. We're going to go ahead and paste them here so you can see. And what we mentioned right before we ran the test was that we were running this on an old computer system. It's an old HP Pavilion 6210, and again it was made back in 2009, and so we thought this would be a great system to run the test on so that you can really see the difference that System Mechanic has on running an older system, and certainly when you're using a much more recent computer system that's running a lot more efficient, System Mechanic will just make the system run that much smoother. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and run System Mechanic, and we'll kind of walk through some of the diagnostic categories it's looking at, and then we'll run another test. So as we wait for System Mechanic to pull up here, there's a lot of different features that you can take advantage of. So first of all, when the System Mechanic comes up, you'll notice there's two options here. You have a quick scan and you have a deep scan. And we're going to go ahead and run both. And so let's go ahead and start off with the quick scan first. So right now it's looking at memory, it's looking at junk files, looking at security vulnerabilities. And so it's running its diagnostics now. Once it's completed, it'll come back and show what repairs it recommends, and then you'll see how we can go ahead and get those cleaned. And the system that we're running on is an extremely old system, and so you can see now it came back with some internet junk files, and you've got this button up here, Repair All. You just want to make sure that this box over here is checked. Click on Repair All. It's running through cleaning everything up, and we just have to wait here a second to complete its cleaning, and now it's clean. And it's going to rerun the diagnostics just to check to see if it finds anything else, and everything is clean. System status is good, no issues found. Now we're going to go ahead and run a deep scan. It's going to take a look at more files, a little bit deeper into the system, cleaning out any registry issues, also looking at what might slow down your system from boot up, and you'll see here in a moment it'll make some recommendations. So it's recommending hard drive defragmentation. And so all we have to do is make sure the box is checked, repair all, and now it's going through and defragmenting the hard drive. This one's going to take a little bit longer. I'll come back in just a moment here with the results. Okay, so it's completed its defragmentation, and just go ahead and click on close, and it's going to run the diagnostics once again, take a look to see if there's any other issues that it finds. And so now we've come back, system status is good, no issues found. So in terms of the diagnostic tool, either the quick scan or the deep scan, we've completed both. The system is now clean. A couple other things to take a look at is on these tabs up top, we're on the dashboard right now. Some of the other options that you have are Toolbox. And when you go to Toolbox, put your mouse over Toolbox, you'll have Clean, Speed Up, Protect, Recover, and Manage. We go to Clean. Now we have an option to select certain areas. If we knew that the system's running a little bit slow for internet browsing, we can go ahead and click on Internet Cleanup. Or just overall Windows system, you want to clean up, you can click on that as well. Registry Cleanup and Advanced Uninstaller. We're going to go ahead and click on All-in-One PC Cleanup. And we're going to go ahead and select everything here. And we're going to have it analyze, run the diagnostic test, and then come back and see if it makes any suggestions on other repairs or other cleaning that needs to be done. So we're going to go ahead and run that now. Here. Okay, so it came back Windows error reporting files, empty recycle bin, temporary files, log files. Now if you want to check to see which each issue is referring to, for instance, Windows error reporting files, we go over to the arrow on the right and it'll drop down exactly what the issue it sees. And so as long as these boxes are all checked, we can just go ahead and click on Clean Selected. It'll go ahead and clean the system, and now it shows no issues found. We can go ahead and click Exit. And so this is a convenient tool just to scan the entire system and do any cleanup it needs or it recommends. So the next tab here is Active Care. And Active Care is a setting that you can save on your system so that the system mechanic runs throughout the day. Even if you're not at your computer, it'll still continue to scan your computer and make sure that it keeps everything clean, or as clean as possible. So this will definitely make the system run much more consistent, much more efficient throughout the day. And then also we have Live Boost. Now Live Boost is specifically referring to what mode your system is configured for based on how you use your computer, in terms of whether you're on some gaming sites or you're just running games on your computer. You can configure your computer to speed up the processor and maximize the processor usage. And the way that you do that is going to the configuration button. And you can see right now we've got it set to balanced web browsing. Now if we wanted to change the configuration, then we just go to the drop-down menu. We can select Ultra Performance Gaming, and now what the system mechanic is doing is changing the settings so that you're now in Ultra Performance Gaming mode. So it's really simple to be able to configure your system based on the needs. If you're simply just browsing websites, then you can go ahead and configure it to the balanced web browsing or any of the options here. So it's a convenient feature for you to be able to have your system configured based on how you're using the internet and what you're actually working on at the time. And the last option is security. There's also an antivirus and firewall service that they have as well. But right for this review purposes, those are the tabs that we were going to go over. So let's go back to the dashboard, and we're just going to It's going to show you all of the files that it's been cleaning up, and also when the cleanup was last completed. And you can see here today, obviously, it just did some cleaning. April 19th, it did some additional cleaning. Now, this is deep scan cleaning. As I mentioned, Active Care will keep your system cleaning throughout the day, but in terms of a deep scan, that's when you'll want to go in and do your deep scan every few days or so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go back to our user benchmark. We're going to rerun a test and then compare the results, and we'll be right back. Okay, so the second test has been completed. We've copied the results. We'll paste them here. And so now what we can do is look at a comparison. Now, you'll notice here that the CPU prior to running System Mechanic was running at 31.8%. After we ran System Mechanic, it increased to 35.3%. So almost maybe a 12% increase in CPU. And then also, if you'll notice, the hard drive pretty much stayed the same. The USB drive was at 11.2%, and after the decluttering, it reduced down to 5.4%. And so what you're seeing here is you're seeing the processor speed up, and you're seeing the clutter reduced, therefore speeding up your entire system to run much more smoothly. And once again, we're running the older HP Pavilion system. So overall, we saw an improvement in how the system runs in terms of speed, which is exactly what System Mechanic software program is designed to do. And so when we go back to Iola's website, you can see here that the program itself is about $40 for the year. Now, there's different discounts that they have at different times, so this may be a little bit different. But when we look at a $40 cost, especially on an old system like we're running, if you have an older system, then what this will do, what System Mechanic will do, is just prolong the need of having to replace your computer. So that'll save you, thousands of dollars simply by paying the $40 fee to keep your system running as smoothly and efficiently as possible. So we think it's a great value for the cost. And overall, we've been running the System Mechanic for about 2 months now. So it's, we didn't just get it yesterday and try it and then now we're doing a review. We've been running it for a couple months now, and the system is running very smoothly. We really don't have any issues. If the computer system slows down, we simply just run System Mechanic and let the system do everything it needs to do. And you can see here we're getting to websites pretty quickly, depending on the website speed and your internet. But for the most part, we're really happy with the way the software program has been running. And we're going to go ahead and close off the review at this point. If you do have any questions at all, you can always contact us through our website here at ethhack.com. And we've had a lot of questions about ETHHack, the name. It's short for Ethical Hacker. So if you do have any questions, contact us through the website, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for your time. Hope you got some really good information from this, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.